All right, we got some bad blood, and we're going to start off with some positives because we're positive here. Drew McIntyre and CM Punk's Hell in a Cell was excellent.
That was everything that I wanted this feud to end with.
Yep.
I talked about this last night, but it's like it's not just bad blood in the sense of like
the namesake.
Like it's not about the blood. Like every single match in this pay-per-view had like legitimate like rivals that like legitimately did not like each other. It's
right.
Like that kind of fit the theming. And you know, people are saying, well, why wasn't Gunther, for example, on the show? Well, he was on the show, number one. He wasn't in a match, but he was featured in the show. But he's not involved in a rivalry right now.
Yes, he is.
That is like because of sheer hatred.
Yes,
like,
he is.
Like what, with Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like I don't think of that.
Sami Zayn beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Champion. If you want to talk about hatred, their promos have been very cut to the teeth. The only reason that they're delaying the Sami Zayn Gunther match is because that's, I believe, the first episode that's going to be on Netflix.
No. They're doing it next week. They're doing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the first 2-hour Raw.
Oh, it's the first 2-hour Raw.
So they're still in the extension. They don't go to Netflix until until January of 25.
So then wait, why did they wait? Because that doesn't make any sense. Maybe they just wanted to highlight the CM Punk Drew McIntyre.
Yes, and I think they wanted to do that.
The symbolism of all the beads dumped on Punk.
Yep.
The
amount of actual like brutality.
It was perfect. It was exactly what it needed to be. But now the question is, where do you go with Drew McIntyre from here?
I don't know.
Maybe he needs to take some time off or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
It's so weird. But Punk has all of this momentum. I'm hoping they can hold off with Punk going to be doing something with Gunther a little bit until at least he gets Rollins out of the way. But Rollins is in a rivalry with Big Bronson Reed, too.
Yeah, so who knows? We're fresh off of this.
So I liked this. People, I think, overreacted.
I think they did too.
Here's the thing. Let's talk about what this title means. This is not a title. This is symbolic.
Yes, it's like a King of the Ring thing.
Yep.
It's not going to be defended like a regular champion. Is just going to be awarded once a year to the winner between the World Heavyweight Champion and the WWE Champion, and then to the winner between the Women's Champion and the Women's World Champion.
Exactly.
The reason that they're doing this is because the Saudis wanted something special.
Right.
And they
try to do it.
They pay big money to have special things. And with Survivor Series transitioning to a war game scenario, they're not doing the champion versus champion matches anymore.
Right.
So this is a good replacement for...
Also, do people not realize that this almost essentially makes Crown Jewel in every preceding one into the future essentially non-canon?
Yes, because...
This is just for them.
Yes. It's almost like the King and Queen of the Ring. It's really a non-canon sort of thing. It's really just a kind of reset.
And they're probably going to be doing King and Queen of the Ring for those as well. So you're going to have guaranteed great matches with storylines going into it. And there's not going to be necessarily a big change with it. I think it's a positive.
Yeah,
that's why it's here.
Too.
Also, the belt is cool as shit. It's enormous.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool belt.
Yeah.
This match was everything that it needed to be.
Yep.
It was a good main event. It was paced really well.
Roman Reigns getting one of the biggest pops of the night.
Yep. Everything here just worked. Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa continue to look like absolute stars.
Yep.
But now the problem is that they lost. The problem there is that Roman beat Solo.
Yeah.
Does that mean he is now the tribal chief again?
Oh, no. You have to declare something like that.
Okay.
The interesting thing, too, was I like The Rock's return. All he had to do, he just stood there.
Yep, I actually have that.
Oh,
that was going to go into the next one.
But I also liked Jimmy Uso returning.
Yes, Jimmy Uso returned. Big pop for him.
Yep.
He definitely needed it because he was hurting for certain, and this really resets Jimmy up really well to be a good babyface.
And this is building up to a potential
Bloodline
War Games, which is fine. It's perfect. It's excellent. That is what it needed to be.
And now we have The Rock returning.
And what I liked too was it was very ambiguous as to whose side he's on. Now, obviously, he has issues with he wants to do that match with Cody Rhodes
and Roman Reigns.
But the match with Roman Reigns, I think, is more of this is kind of a dream match that has been talked about for a decade.
Right.
So we'll see where The Rock plays into this. It was almost a given because he posted at the high school that had the recent shooting that was like an hour and a half away from Atlanta. So it's like, okay, it's almost a given that he's going to be at Bad Blood. We all knew it's going to happen.
Is it really bad that I am puzzled on which school shooting you're talking about? I'm not sure if that's a good thought in my head.
Alpharetta. In Georgia, the Alpharetta shooting that killed
I was trying to think of which school shooting.
Oh, no,
because there have been quite a few recently. So was it this one or this one?
Yeah, it's a Georgia high school one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not sure. Okay.
Anyways,
okay. Now I remember it. Yeah, that was a weird one. So now we have to go into the bad. What the fuck was the point?
I don't know.
This was really stupid. It led to nothing.
So the person
Metro Boomin.
Yeah, I think he was the author of the song. He wrote the song. That's why.
All right.
It was kind of a weird
this buddy cop thing was so odd, and it led it to literally nothing.
No, it was odd. It was just there for like funsies.
I like it when they actually do something that matters.
Right.
Like maybe if Metro Boomin or whatever, maybe he was like doing a concert and it was interrupted by the Bloodline or something or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's just such an...
it's just their production. This is WWE.
It was a waste of time. I didn't like it. No, I'm going to complain about it. Just like I'm going to complain about this.
Oh, I'm going to complain about this too. So...
This was cringy and stupid.
Yes, all three of their parts were cringy and stupid.
It was very awkward. This felt like it was just thrown together haphazardly.
It's like this is the Token Blacks.
Yeah, and that's not how it should be.
Right. I hated both of the segments up in the the VIP area.
It was so bad.
So awkward and weird.
It totally disjointed the entire show.
It didn't make any sense. It's like, this is Bad Blood. It's supposed to be a little cringier, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just stupid.
This is not Happy Tickly time. This is not Look at Catering. I don't care about who's in catering.
Right.
It's so weird. Maybe
although the spot, Chelsea Green just continues to be an American treasure.
Yes, she's awesome. She's on a new level. She's great.
She is.
She really is. This whole thing was strange.
But what was kind of weird though, the Chelsea Green part, it didn't we can't smell you can't smell through the television. So it's like Chelsea Green should have like a banana peel on her shoulder or something like that.
Right, you need to do it visually instead of just that. Now, them doing like the smelly whatever gives you that illustration that maybe she smells bad, but a more visual representation.
Yeah, that would have done it justice.
Also, does Chelsea Green not clean herself between SmackDown and this?
That would have been even funnier. She had like little pieces of like bits of trash.
Like, why haven't you cleaned yourself? That'd be so weird. That'd be great. This was weird. I didn't like this match at all. Nia,
it felt disjointed. It felt weird because I think there's a theme as to why both of these were weird. Both women's matches were weird, and that's because I know for one for certain the timing for Raquel Rodriguez's
I actually like that.
Entry.
I was going to put that in my positives.
The timing of her coming into the match was actually off. And so what was meant to happen was the ref was supposed to get bumped.
Mm-hmm.
Raquel Rodriguez was supposed to do the moves that she did and then put Liv Morgan on top of Rhea Ripley.
And then it would have been a pinfall?
It would have been a pinfall instead of a disqualification. Yeah, no, that's how it was supposed to happen. So the timing of her entry was off, and that's why they had to do disqualification. So it was never meant to be a disqualification.
That just made that match worse, huh?
Yeah.
But Nia Jax, you're a big girl. You are not in any sort of physical ability to do a Hurricane Rana. You are... because Hurricane Rana, you have to have the core strength. The person who's taking the move has to have the core strength to keep the other person up so they can do the backflip.
Yeah.
That is the purpose. But Nia Jax is a lot larger.
Mhm.
So Nia Jax had to modify it. So Bayley just essentially did like a weirdly delayed front flip.
Yeah.
It was very strange. Nia's been on the best roll of her entire wrestling career right now. Please don't do this.
Right.
This is not your wheelhouse.
Mhm.
Not everybody has to do a Hurricane Rana.
Mhm.
They just don't.
Mhm.
Just squish people, hit an annihilator. I'm happy. That's it. She has big hips. Hit the annihilator.
Right.
Boom. You squish them. You squish the women. So you don't have to do that. It was not necessary. And then what the hell happened here?
This was a disappointing match.
This was so weird.
It was the timing. It was fine because this was, I think, meant to be more of a bathroom break match than anything.
And this one shouldn't have been the bathroom break match because of all of everything. Bad Blood. This is literally the definition of it.
Yes.
Finn Balor screwed Damian Priest out of the world champion.
Yeah.
You don't think there might be a little bit of bad blood there? Also, why was there only one extreme-based match? You would think maybe this would be a street fight or something.
Right.
I think that would have been a lot better. And I hate saying this, but one of the women's matches could have easily been the bathroom break.
Oh,
there
yeah.
has to be a bathroom break somewhere, and it ain't going to be Punk McIntyre.
Right. So, yeah,
And
it was just there.
And you know for an absolute goddamn fact, it's not going to be Roman Reigns' first match since fucking WrestleMania.
Right.
That was not going to happen. This was just very strange.
Mhm.
Also, Finn Balor hit 3 coup de grace and still lost. What the hell? It was so weird.
It was. Okay. We talked a little bit about this.
We did.
Part of it was because of the timing was off, and that had been
Right.
noted
We talked about that.
extensively.
The other one that I really want to talk about was the absolutely terrifying spot when Dominik fell out of the shark cage and he was still attached by his ankle. That
was actually a planned spot.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware that it was planned, but there are points, even though it is planned, there are points where it just is a little too risk for worry. I didn't like it because something could have gone wrong there so easily, and it would have killed everything, and you could have heard Dom. It just was very awkward. I didn't like it for that reason.
It's happened they've done this plenty before.
I know.
It was a spot that just needed to happen for the sake of it happening. We all needed, because Rhea Ripley was going to lose the match. We needed her to come out with some form of justice.
Right.
And we talked about the botched timing of Raquel Rodriguez coming back, but I am glad that she is back.
I am glad too. We'll talk about somebody who's gotten a bad hand, that horrible skin condition that she has. I'm glad that she has it under control again. And she's a great talent.
Yeah.
Now I can see Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez doing their shit.
Yep.
And now we
then
have to figure out
Liv Morgan can move on to her next feud.
who's that? I'm not sure.
Not sure yet. We'll figure that out.
We'll
That is about it. So when we come back, we have a very unique match.
Yes.
That we're going to talk a little bit more about it when we get back.
Yes.